Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport, and finally some good news from Australian Motorsport in 2020. Let's take a look at the past, present and future of Supercars superstar Scott McLaughlin, one of the best drivers from New Zealand ever. So with that, remember to subscribe. We are close to 100. I can't get there without you. So subscribing would be good. With that, sit back, relax, and let's begin.
Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
So, Scott McLaughlin will make his debut in the final round of Indycar 2020. It's been rumoured since the beginning of the year, ever since his test with Penske at Sebring, with Will Power describing him as a phenomenal race driver. Having clearly impressed, I think it was only a matter of time before the idea of Scott racing in Indycar was made a reality. And now it is so, with Scott McLaughlin set to race for Penske at the final IndyCar round of the year at St. Petersburg in Florida. And he will be a good asset to have for teammate Josef Newgarden to try and beat Scott Dixon to the title, as unlikely as it seems. But I would imagine that this will be a glorified test session for McLaughlin, who'll be looking to gain experience for a full campaign next year. Scott McLaughlin has come a long way from his title win in the Supercars feeder series, the Dunlop V8 series in 2012. And he made his debut in the endurance rounds of the Supercars Championship that year as a second driver for Tenco with Jonathan Webb. But whilst Webb only took a handful of wins and never did better than 12th in the championship, McLaughlin has spent the last 3 years dominating the championship with DJR Team Penske and Ford, taking 56 wins on the way, enough for 4th place on the all-time win records list, although some way off Mark Scaife's 90 and only half as many as Jamie Whincup's 122 wins, although McLaughlin has achieved this in a fraction of the time. It's taken Whincup 17 full seasons to win his 122 races, whilst McLaughlin has managed his 56 in 8. Scott took his first win with Gary Rogers' Holden team in 2013. It was only his 10th race and was a sign of things to come. He'd stay with Gary Rogers and the new Volvo S60 for the next 3 years and take another 6 wins, and finished 3rd overall in 2016 before moving to DJR Penske Ford and taking 2nd overall in 2017 before winning the championship for the next 3 years. As of 2020, he is already champion with the Bathurst 1000 still to go, and Scott McLaughlin has only won the famous mountain race once in his career. 2020 might be his last chance for a while, although I'm sure the Supercars door will always be open to him should IndyCar not work out. If it still exists, that is. It's a weird time for Australian motorsport, with Holden disappearing forever at some point, and now one of the young stars leaving the Supercars series. And let's face it, Jamie Whincup is getting on in years and is probably going to retire at some point, following Craig Lowndes into the Grey Haven. So we could end up with a V8 Supercar series with only Ford Mustangs and almost no star drivers, unless something is done about it. And I don't want it to become just another GT series. The V8 Supercar series is still kind of special and unique. I don't want it to go away, but they need new manufacturers and to maybe change the format a little, modernise it, make way for hybrid cars or maybe even all electric. Whatever happens, I'm glad Scott McLaughlin is giving IndyCar a go, and I'll be watching with great interest to see what he can achieve in America. His compatriot Scott Dixon, meanwhile, is leading the charge, and looks like he'll be winning his 6th IndyCar championship. Only Josef Newgarden can catch him and retain his title, but with a 30-point gap, it's going to be difficult unless something happens to Dixon. Honestly, Scott Dixon's early form has really made this his championship to lose, even with Newgarden making a late run to catch him.
To him and the team at Team Penske to be able to come over here and run an IndyCar is a dream come true, and you know, big day, 141 laps. The old neck's pretty sore and whatever, but no, we held on pretty well. We did a long run at the end, and I got a feel for everything. Qualifying runs, race runs, over long runs, fuel loads, and pit exits. So it was really cool. Trusting the grip that I have underneath me is probably the biggest thing I learnt. It's very hard to come out of the habits that I've been driving for 10 odd years in the supercar, and to jump in this where it's just hundreds of pounds of downforce. It's really cool and so excited. So hopefully, maybe we have another opportunity, who knows, but really proud, and it's a big tick in my bucket list for sure.
And with that, thank you for watching. We have a couple of weeks to wait to see how Scott McLaughlin's debut pans out, but I'll probably do another video taking a look at it when it happens. What are your thoughts on the future of Australian motorsport? What do you think about Scott McLaughlin in IndyCar? Let me know in the comments below. Whilst you're there, why not subscribe? Nearly at 100 now, and lots of content coming every week. Share the video, leave a like, and whatever else you want to do. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.